Hi, I'm Stin.
I'm Captain Ron.
What's up? It's me, Raygun Bush.
Luther Manhole.
And we're in Chat Pile.
Chat Pile.
We're at Amoeba Records today.
This is what's in my bag.
Who would like to start today?
I'll start. This was an absolute impulse right as I came up to the stage, but the Dice Man. He's terrible, but why not? It's a VHS tape.
I got my tongue up this chick's ass, right? No, you're gonna like this. I just told my mother this one on the phone, you know?
I have Dice rules. I might as well get this one too.
I found a lot of great stuff. The first thing I came across is this Mudhoney box set of the Reprise era. It's sort of the forgotten about era of the band, I think, in a lot of ways. It's got Piece of Cake. Piece of Cake is obviously their first major label jumping off point. They took a huge advance from Reprise to record the album and recorded it themselves for next to nothing, and then kept all the money and bought houses. Very cool. And then My Brother the Cow, kind of an underrated Mudhoney album in my opinion. It's sort of them doing full grunge, kind of leaning into the more metal side of things. And then Tomorrow Hits Today. I think the main thing that people probably know about that album, there's a song that's in Black Sheep.
Like stacks and stacks of rats on rats, clutching in everything we can.
So he says, wrecked him, damn near killed him.
I'll talk about this. This is one of my favorite records, probably my favorite band, XTC. This is I would say a super underrated record of theirs. It's in the middle where they have jumped the shark and gone full studio mode.
You take a snack to fill the gap and then you're ready for another shift. Yeah, I told you was that dirty by the goose when I made the lift.
Wake Up and All You Pretty Girls, which is a great one too. It's the only acceptable sea shanty song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
that was the one we listened to.
Yeah,
yeah.
Do something for me, boys. Fight your diet scene, boys.
Wait, what makes an unacceptable sea shanty?
Rockstar sea shanty mode or whatever.
Yeah, there's a Nickelback sea shanty remix.
All sea shanties in general. Being a grown man and being obsessed with pirates and the sea and stuff, but it's 2025, yeah. Only Ween and XTC.
Yeah, I can do it.
Shanties.
Yeah.
Well, my first pick, Prairie Home Companion, Robert Altman's last movie.
It's about damn time, the very tardy Johnson girls.
It's about old radio production. It's all falling apart and everything, and there's some guy coming in to make sure that it shuts down.
Money is money, so the Soderberghs took the dough. End of story. Do you have any tweezers?
Get along, little doggy.
He's returned to form on this. It's a great movie. Altman's one of my favorites, so had to pick this one up. Hard to find, actually, too.
I impulsively grabbed another VHS, so I guess I'll burn it. The Fear. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I've tried to get everyone to watch it,
Is
but
this
we
a
were
wooden
all...
face? A man's wooden face?
They go to a retreat, and there's this wooden dummy man that the guy who owns the cabin, and it was his childhood fear or something.
Morty's gonna be our sacred guardian. He can be trusted with all your secrets, all your fears. More importantly, he won't judge.
Oh, rich man, chill out, baby.
It's great. It's got an amazing horrorcore soundtrack.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
It doesn't deserve the soundtrack it has. Fuck it, The Fear.
I have to point this one out. So I found a Paintings record. They're from Austin, Texas, I believe. They're kind of like a proto-industrial noise rock kind of thing. This album, I've been looking for my entire life. It's like, when I saw this, I about freaked out. Of everything that I've came across today, this is the thing I'm very much the most excited about. The fact that it exists here and it appears to be an original copy is kind of a miracle. So very cool.
I've never read this book, but I've been looking for this one for a while. Angels by Denis Johnson. This is like a crime fiction novel. I'm very excited to get into this. Apparently it's very challenging and fucked up, but we'll see how it goes.
The hardest thing in the world is to live in an unbroken circle of pain and not become the pain itself. To retain some sense of compassion and love in the face of overwhelming suffering.
You can go into bookstores in every city, and I've been looking for this stuff, so I'm just like, of course I find it here at Amoeba instead of at like all these crazy used bookstores we're going to. So I'm gonna read that
Amoeba's #1
on the plane.
All right, my next one, Dog Day Afternoon, Sidney Lumet, another master.
We're moving right along, folks. We're gonna get this thing done in half an hour. We just got a flat.
Bank robbery where he fumbles the whole thing. He's trying to essentially rob a bank so that his partner can get a sex change operation.
Everybody needs money, you know what I mean? So, you needed money, I got your money, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't ask you to go and rob a bank.
I mean, Al Pacino, John Cazale, acting at its finest in this one. It's a great movie. Highly recommended.
I snatched up the All the Haunts BRs Volume 2 set. I have the first one. This is Severin. They just made an excellent compendium of folk horror, and this is part 2. This has a great movie of recent times in it called November that I love. It's all like this folklore that's completely alien to me, where they build this contraption man and he just like walks around, and it's very strange. It's great black and white cinematography. Kind of came out under the radar, but it's in that set.
24 movies.
Can't be beat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Great.
I wanted to point this one out. I found this Volcano Suns record. When Mission to Burma broke up, one of the members went on to form Volcano Suns. The reason I picked it up is because it's on Homestead Records. Anytime I'm in a record store, I usually am looking through the sort of dustiest racks trying to find Homestead Records releases, and if I don't have it already, I'll just pick it up sight unseen. There's just one record that I think is one of the most underrated records in the world. I actually tried to find it here and it wasn't here, but there's a record called Sleep Asylum by the band Uzi. Anytime I find a copy of Sleep Asylum by Uzi, I pick it up and just give it to a friend because it's so good, but that's a Homestead release as well.
I just was very surprised to see this. This is like my favorite crust punk record ever, The Filth of Mankind. It's a Polish record. I think it's from the year 2000. It's about the apocalypse, basically, but it's very like metal-leaning crust punk from Europe. I was just so surprised to see this in the new used arrivals over there. That's usually what I gravitate towards. I've never seen this in person, and it's super excited to go home and listen to this on vinyl.
Internal Affairs. I consider myself a gearhead. Richard Gere, one of the finest actors out there. This is directed by Mike Figg, who also directed Leaving Las Vegas. Richard Gere plays a crooked cop, LA cop, turning on the charm and conning all these people.
Can't do it. You gotta let her go. What? She's my snitch. I need her on the street, okay?
She made me an offer, Dennis.
You gotta go back. Say it was a humbug. It's entrapment. You didn't do it right. You did it wrong, okay?
But I did do it right.
Say you didn't.
My favorite type of movie is the long con game, so this is a masterpiece in that, so highly recommended.
Oh, my boy, JCVD, fighting Powers Booth in a hockey stadium. I love this movie, Sudden Death. This is the movie where he famously he was on like Letterman or something. He's like, all my other movies are B movies. This is A picture.
From C to B to A movie like Sudden Death.
I love JCVD. Because when you're a kid, it's like Seagal, Seagal, Seagal. But the older you get, you're like, oh, Seagal's like a monster, you know?
Mr. Seagal, what is the essence of Zen?
But JCVD, he's maybe the most unscathed of all of them so far. Who knows? When this comes out,
I kind of didn't know that this existed. I was just thumbing through the S section and came across a Scratch Acid box set that a Touch and Go must have just put out.
She said,
Obviously, Scratch Acid, Jesus Lizard, like those bands are a huge influence on Chat Pile. And Scratch Acid in particular, I think, is a little underrated sometimes. They're kind of the first band to do the type of music that we are doing. I think you could maybe trace it back one step further to the Birthday Party. Scratch Acid really took it to the next level, and it's like such a like out of left field type of thing in like American indie rock for bands to be doing something this radical and crazy. Kurt Cobain many times referenced how he wanted Nirvana to basically be a Scratch Acid kind of rip-off band, especially in the early days, like the deeper cuts on Bleach. And then, of course, like the entire B-side of Incesticide is like more or less Scratch Acid worship. Without this band, Chat Pile certainly would not exist, and it's very cool that they reissued these records.
This just came out. Arrow just put out The Cell from Tarsem, one of my favorite directors. Starring Jennifer Lopez, of course, and Vincent D'Onofrio.
where you come from?
Just one of the most visually interesting directors. He came from like the music video world.
Was he my religion?
Yeah. With this and The Fall specifically, just some of the best like visual effects you'll see, especially a lot of like in-camera stuff, and like they just use sets and costuming rather than tons of CG, and it's amazing.
So this is a family album by Fond Fables.
Running together, running together.
The best way I would describe this group is there's a band from San Francisco that's one of my all-time favorites called Sleepy Time Grill Museum. The lead vocalist, songwriter in that band, him and his wife have a folk project, and this is really her project actually, Don McCarthy. I'm not usually the biggest sort of like a folk acoustic kind of guy, but there's something about the way the songs are written that are just so incredibly haunting, beautiful.
Let's not live for you or me. Show the man the sea.
They reissued them recently, and I've actually been looking for this specific record because it's the best of the whole catalog. It's so good, and after 20 years of loving this record, I can finally have it now on vinyl.
One of my favorite directors, George Romero, Night Riders. Tom Savini in an acting role, you love to see it. You would think it'd be more ridiculous than it is, but it's kind of just like a gentle drama about these people and this troupe of like motorcycle jousters. Somehow it's touching and amazing despite the premise.
We're not paying. It's wrong to pay this guy off. It's wrong, Morgan! We're talking about serious hassles here. Come on, let's start the games.
Romero's just one of my favorites. I mean, Dawn Day, Night of the Living Dead, Martin, they just made it all themselves, and that's very appealing to me because we self-record and do all our stuff ourselves for the most part. And I just don't have a copy of this yet on physical, so I saw this over there. I was like, this is super underrated movie. Everyone
Agreed.
should watch Night Riders.
I think it's the second best after Day of the Dead,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
I do have one piece of music in here, I promise. Trick or Treat.
Oh, great one.
It's got this song in it. I haven't seen this since I was like 12, but the song is rock and roll, dun dun dun, steal your soul.
Rock and roll, rocking on midnight, steal your soul.
So this rocker, he's like a Satanist and he's like dying. He goes into his final demo record, and then this kid who's like picked on in school and he's a metalhead, he gets the record. And of course, the rocker's soul comes out and starts killing the kid's tormentors or whatever.
You've heard of raising spirits from the dead by incantations, right? I guess. I did that by playing a record backwards.
This movie rocks. It's directed by Charles Martin Smith, which is weird as hell.
What else did he do?
The Dolphin movie, where the dolphin's got the mechanical fin, a dolphin tail or whatever.
My final pick, I have to pay respect to the late great David Lynch, the master. Twin Peaks, they just put this out. This has like everything that you would ever want on here. The first 2 seasons and then of course the return. Has Fire Walk with Me, all the missing pieces. Amazing set, and I mean, lost such an amazing director. Nothing else that could really be said about him. Twin Peaks, very recommended.
Oh, here, I don't even know what this is. Dai Goth, it's Japanese ghost stories. It's got The Snow Woman, The Bride from Hades, and
The Ghost of
Yatsua. This is gonna be very sick. I'm looking forward
I think
to
we're all a fan of kind of blind buying stuff
Yes.
and just seeing if it's good or
to
not.
the point where I have to blind buy stuff,
Yeah.
honestly, because I have so much shit, you know.
All right, this is my last thing. I think this is another blind buy, but I've never seen Carol. I love Todd Haynes.
Miss, where's the ladies' room, honey?
I loved May December from a couple years ago, one of my favorite movies of recent times. This is like my big blind spot for him. A couple of my close friends are like ride super hard for this movie and have told me I'm fucking up by having not seen it. But
I haven't seen it either.
I'm looking forward to watching Carol with Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara.
This is by a band called Christmas. This band is incredible, and I don't understand why they're not like a huge like revival act. Sort of like early alternative music, what I would call like 120 minutes type music. It's really interesting, kind of like has a proggy element to it as well. Anyway, thumbs up to Christmas. Hopefully some reissue label will get the incentive to re-release these things at some point. They're really, really great.
And my final thing, we're looking for this on vinyl, can't find it anywhere, but I was delighted to find it on CD. A dub experience, reggae greats, Sly and Robbie. My favorite track, Computer Malfunction. This is still heavy dub reggae, but it's got like great electronic shit going on in it. This is the best Sly and Robbie release. I'm glad to find it on CD right here at Amoeba. So, yeah, so that's what's in my bag.
Yeah, I think I am out of stuff now.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.